B-A-T-C-H-I-N-P-I-P-S. I been B-A-T-C-H-I-N-P-I-P-S. I been.
Hey, it's your man, Charlie P. We're about to get into strategy videos, and before I do that, I want to go over a few expectations. Just try to answer a few questions you may have ahead of time. First question I'm going to start with is, how many setups can you expect to take on an average week? I would say 3-4 setups a week. That's being very picky, very selective. That's the word I'm looking for. That's being very selective, trying to catch just the best setups. Actually, I would say 2 to 3 is on an average week, 4 on a good week is what I would say you can expect it to take. I have a lot of strategies. They don't all show up every week. They kind of go through spurts. Like this week, the same strategy showed up today and yesterday. But then I haven't seen some of the other ones in like 2 weeks or something like that. So I have a lot of strategies for that reason, because the frequency of them just kind of comes and goes. But don't let that scare you from saying, oh, I had to learn a bunch of strategies and stuff. It's one of those things that once you see it so many times, it'll kind of become second nature. You'll be like, oh, I already know what that is. You can see it coming ahead of time. But like I said, 3 to 4 trades a week, I think, is a solid week for the way I trade. Or actually 2 to 4. Man, you're going to see, I don't trade often at all. I do not trade often at all. I'm very selective. And that's one of the biggest parts of our jobs as traders, is just waiting. And it sucks because you be like, oh, I want to take a trade. You know, I want to hit a buy or hit a sell. Like it's like crack. Well, I don't know what crack is like, but I imagine you want to do it, is all I'm saying. We want to trade out here. So it's hard waiting around on setups, but it's a necessary thing. Takes a lot of discipline. So I don't trade often. I wait on the most probable setups. Next question I want to address is, how do I know what strategy to use? Like people say, well, do you go into the market trading, planning to trade a certain strategy? And the answer to that is no. My strategies are setups. So until a setup or a certain pattern shows itself or presents itself, I don't know what I'm finna do, because I'm a reactive trader. So I have to wait on that pattern to completely show up. And then I'm like, that's such and such. Now, based on that pattern, I know what strategy I'm going to use, or I know how I'm going to proceed to take this trade. So it's kind of like, I don't go into the market trying to predict stuff. Let's say this can't happen, but just for sake of example, you can't go in the market looking for a triangle. You don't know a triangle is going to show up. What if they give you a square or an octagon? Like, you got to wait on the full shape to show up. Then you know what to do. That's all I'm saying. We simply look and wait for the market to show its cards, show us his hand. Then we go and do what we got to do. Next question is, how long will it be before I get all the strategies out? I'm dedicating today, tomorrow, and the next day to cranking out videos. Not saying I'm gonna release all of them within the next 3 days, but I am saying probably within the next week, because I got to edit them and all that stuff too. So, but within the next week. This is not going to take me a long time to get all these strategy videos done, even though I've taken a long break since I did the little beginner stuff of this course. The strategy videos are going to be pretty rapid fire release. And another question I'm getting a lot is as far as the private group. That will come after I complete the totality of the whole, like getting all the strategy videos done. I want everybody to be on the same page. I want everybody to have the updated content before I do the group, because you might feel like, oh, okay, this is cool. I don't need the group. But I have a feeling most people are still going to have a lot of questions, because again, there are a good amount of strategies and it's a lot to keep up with, especially as a newcomer. It's a lot to keep up for me, and I'm the one that made the strategy. So if you need extra help and want to be able to ask those questions and get those answers on a daily basis, have more insight into what exactly I'm looking at, then yeah, that'll be what the group is for. But that's going to come, like I said, after I finish all this stuff for YouTube. All right, next question. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. I only use MT4. I'll just make it a statement. I did say this in a previous video, but just in case you ain't see that, I only use MT4, so I can't tell you anything about MT5 or TradingView. I don't use that. So as far as my indicators and templates and stuff that I use, if you can't get it on MT5 or TradingView, unfortunately, I'm unable to be any help. Next question, and probably the last question I can think of right now. Which strategy or strategies do you think I should learn first, or what order do you think I should learn the strategies in? I can't really answer that. The reason why, like, now before, like, you'd asked me this a year ago, 6 months ago even, I'd have been like, learn angel dust and learn probably killer crossover or omega trade. Like those are kind of the three that showed up the most back then. I ain't gonna lie, I have not seen angel dust in like, well, no, I was one last week. I saw one last week. Before last week, it probably been like 2 weeks since I saw it. You know what I think? I feel like, and I know this is sounding real conspiracy-ish and stuff, but this is how it happened. Before I start putting out YouTube videos frequently, I saw these setups all the freaking time. No sooner than I get on YouTube and start talking about them and making money and stuff and showing like payouts and all that, where the setups go. I'm like, are these folks studying my stuff and like, oh, let me pull that back. Because I'm talking about angel dust used to be like 2-3 times a week, it seemed like. Now I can't see it but 2-3 times a month. So that's how it's going. But again, I have multiple strategies at least. Things don't show up as often as they used to. It's more reason that you'll need to be very selective. It's more reason that it's important to learn all of the strategies. So as far as which ones to learn first, it's hard for me to say because they come in spurts. Just because I haven't seen angel dust in a while, or a lot of them in a while, that doesn't mean they're not about to start showing up again frequently. Just like I said, one strategy in particular this week has shown up twice. It's a new strategy. Actually, I might put that video out first, matter of fact, just to give you something new. But that showed up twice this week, yesterday and today. So it's just, I don't know. It's hard for me to say. I can't tell you which one. I'll say this though. The reversal strategy, you can learn that last. And matter of fact, I'm gonna make that video or put that video out last. But I will say the reversal strategy, that's what you'll see the least by far. But anyway, let's get into these strategy videos. I hope y'all learned something from them. Let's get into it.